Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I saw this come up in my news feed when opening a new browser window, and it kind of shocked me in how low people are willing to stoop to be able to try to sell something that is becoming an obvious flop and is not worth giving attention to, and trying to slander something that has no relations to it whatsoever, and they do not affect one another. And what I'm talking about is how the Birds of Prey fans are slamming Sonic the Hedgehog before the movie even came out, claiming that they've seen it, and are trying to divert people from watching that to go watch the failing Birds of Prey movie. And this article comes from boundingintocomics.com, and this is from the 12th. So this is 2 days before the Sonic movie is released. And it goes into, for the title, Birds of Prey fans accuse Sonic the Hedgehog movie of homophobia. That's a big claim for a kids movie. That's all it is. It's a nostalgic movie, and for someone like me, I grew up playing Sega, and I love playing Sonic. So for me to think that this movie, reading this title, is any way homophobic, that's a big claim that you have to be able to back up, and there needs to be facts to be able to back it up. But it just seems like trolling. So let's get into the article real quick. So Birds of Prey fans upset with the movie's poor opening weekend have begun a trolling campaign against the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie in hopes of diverting some of those viewers to watch the Suicide Squad spinoff. The tactic used by these Birds of Prey fans was to tweet false accusations that the Sonic movie was offensive or extremely disappointing, despite Sonic the Hedgehog not arriving in theaters until February 14th. So again, it's February 12th is when this article came out, and you know that they had to be able to probably write it up, get everything set before then. So this might actually be information from, the 10th or the 11th, and it was posted on the 12th, but I digress. Numerous users claim to have seen the film and that their families had a much better time seeing Birds of Prey, recommending that audiences go and see that film instead, and using the official hashtags for both movies. Many of these troll tweets, with some tweets being copy and pasted between various users, claimed that the film used homophobic slurs and was dull, boring, and lifeless. So first two that come up, I took my husband and two sons to go see Sonic movie and was appalled to hear homophobic slurs used throughout the movie. Luckily, Birds of Prey was showing in the next room, and my family had a much better experience. And so the second one, same thing. Literally, this is what they're talking about for copy and paste. So you have two users, and they are saying the exact same thing, and you could tell because, oh, real quick too, this is from February 10th. So this is 2 days before this article posted, so that, again, they had to get their information much earlier than that. So this is 4 days before Sonic came out. And so obviously this is just trolls. They're just trying to slander a movie, again, that has no relation to Birds of Prey at all. And so, again, another copy and paste, because this one's from 11:39 in the morning. The original one is from 11:37, and then the second one's from 11:43. So again, it's just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. And another user put, I don't know why it's not showing up as an actual tweet like this, but Sonic movie was dull, boring, and lifeless. The bad CGI was distracting. The jokes didn't land, especially with the villain, and the whole plot is very cliched. I'm truly disappointed. I'll be taking my boys to see Birds of Prey, though. They're very excited, and so am I. And another person said, went to see Sonic movie, and I'm not sure what was faster, Sonic or the audience leaving. From his abysmal design to the jokes that didn't land, I asked for a refund and went to see Birds of Prey instead, which had the room filled with laughter and joy. So, one, the movie is, Birds of Prey is not made for guys. If it's not been directly stated in so much of the ad campaign, it's been very indirectly stated that it's not made for guys. It is a movie that slanders and belittles men, and that's all the Birds of Prey do, is they go around killing men. There's not even one redeemable quality for any of the guys in the movie itself. Ewan McGregor even said on record that he's very happy that this movie was very misogynistic, or they were able to play such misogynistic men to the extreme for which they did. So I don't understand why so many of these, again, all these are saying went to go to take my boys or to take my sons, and like even the first couple of them, I took my husband and two sons, and I'll be taking my boys. So it's like looking at the audience percentages for who went to go see the Birds of Prey movie for the opening weekend. It was a little more than half of it were guys. And much like when it comes to an experience at a restaurant, this is just personally talking. If there's bad experience at a restaurant, or if you were to go to a bar, we're not going to go to management and complain. We're just straight up not going to show up anymore. That's just what happens on average. And so guys are already being turned away from this movie because of how incredibly bad the plot of this movie is, the writing of this movie, and just the direction that this movie is going in, because it is so agenda-based. Again, I'm talking about Birds of Prey. It is pretty much something that they're trying to force-feed everybody, and it's the whole thing is men bad, women good. And you're expecting guys to go see it when you even have stated it's not for guys, but blame men for its downfall. Sounds a lot like Charlie's Angels, doesn't it? Which I did a video on that right here. But it just sounds a lot like the theme for what happened after Charlie's Angels flopped, because they're saying, oh, well, men need to go see this or you're all sexist. No, we just don't like trash-ass movies. And so, continuing with the article, in one particularly extreme tweet, a user stated that they had been the victim of a horrible hate crime during their viewing of Sonic the Hedgehog. And so again, this is February 10th, before the movie comes out. I was a victim of a horrible hate crime while in the theater watching Sonic movie, where these white men called me a fag and spit on me. Going to see Birds of Prey made me feel safe to go to the movies again. How fucking pathetic are you to sink that low to slander a movie that's not made for anything other than nostalgic entertainment and just to be able to entertain children? Sonic the Hedgehog is a family movie for all ages. And from the reviews, because this is now February 15th, from the reviews that came out yesterday for people who went to go see the movie, they actually generally liked it. It's a very good movie, and it was something that their, Paramount? I think it was. They listened to the audience in saying, hey, your guys' design for Sonic is not good. They took it back and said, all right, we're going to redesign Sonic, push everything back, and now this movie is out, and people like this movie. And you're mad because a children's movie is taking away audiences from a movie that's already been out, and people don't like it because it's agenda-based, and it is being force-fed down your throat. Again, how fucking pathetic are you to stoop that low? I don't understand that. And I mean, going into the related, Birds of Prey fans and Punisher creator Gary Conway blame film's poor opening on men and misogyny. The whole movie is misogynistic. The entire movie of Birds of Prey is misogynistic. And again, Ewan McGregor is very happy. He said he's very happy that they got to portray the extreme of misogyny that men can be. So you're blaming misogyny when that's all your movie's about. And that your actors are openly stating that's what this movie's about, go see this movie. How low will you go to sell your movie? And apparently for them, it's going to be very, very low. And so, last bit about the article. Some Birds of Prey fans have since attempted to claim that their tweets were simply jokes, alluding to the over-the-top nature of their content. However, these claims become dubious under Poe's law. Without a winking smiley or other blatant display of humor, it is impossible to create a parody of fundamentalism that someone won't mistake for the real thing. It's just sad. It really is sad that people are willing to stoop this low. And I don't understand the idea for Hollywood that with them, because obviously Margot Robbie is a producer, so she wants to be able to get a return on her investment for this movie, not only as an actress, but as a producer. So you know, what is their thinking? Let's put an attractive woman, you know, in the lead, which I don't care if a movie is led by a man or a woman, but this is I guess their idea for it. Let's put an attractive woman as the lead for a movie and make her absolutely insane, make her batshit crazy, you know, to where she goes on the extreme of killing off men. She blatantly makes sure that the message of misogyny and SJW agenda based themes are force fed to everybody throughout the entire movie. The entire movie. And goes on a killing spree of just guys. Pushing the idea of, again, men bad, women good. And you're supposed to think that guys are going to like that? Or you're supposed to think that we're going to just continuously show up to go see shit like that? You're retarded. I don't understand that. Like, again, I get it. You want to have a return on your investment. But if you were to actually just make a good movie, it's not just guys, but people will show up to go watch it. This is a good example of the continuous idea that the SJW agenda-based movies are just go woke, go broke. Because this is not going to hit box office numbers. So I saw this on what is it, Box Office Mojo. I think it's around like 90 million that this movie was made for. So for production and then marketing, you have to do at least, you know, what is it, 1.5 to 2 times the amount for, you know, being able to break even past all that. And then you also got to take into consideration for a lot of this theater cuts to be able to play your movie, because the theaters don't really make a ton off of this, but they do make quite a bit. So let's just say hypothetically they had to make 230 million to break even. I don't even think, you know, I'll just screw it. I'll just look it up right now. See if they actually have numbers for the first week. So Box Office Mojo. So Birds of Prey. So the movie, yeah, so it's 84.5 million. And opening weekend was 33 million in over 4,000 theaters. And domestically, it's at 48, so that's terrible. Internationally, it's 112 million. Worldwide, it's 160. So they still haven't even just been able to double the amount that they spent for the whole production and for marketing. So they haven't even broke even yet. And that's why a lot of people are slandering other movies. And it's the fact that they're slandering they're slandering Sonic for the failure of this movie. I'll never understand it. I don't want to understand it. It's only been out for 8 days. What it says here, in release 8 days, a week. I don't know. I'm just gonna end it here because this is absolutely ridiculous. This is why I hate people for the most part. Or in general, that's why I hate the idea that people are able to do this. They have the freedom to be able to do this, and it makes things a worse place. But what do you guys think? Is this justifiable for Birds of Prey fans? Is this absolutely ridiculous? And just what are your thoughts? Because I have, seen little bits of this movie, Birds of Prey. I'm not gonna watch it in theaters. I'm just gonna watch it on my Fire Stick. That's it. Just because it's not worth actually going seeing in theaters. And again, blaming Sonic is absolutely stupid. But what are you guys' thoughts on this? Leave your comments down below. If you like the video and want to see more, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to be notified whenever a new video comes out. And if you like this video, please give it a like and a share, so that way we can help grow the channel to be able to do more videos like this for you guys. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.